Welcome back to Senior Living NTX. Today we're out at Midtowne and Midlothian, and my guests today that are going to teach us a little bit about Midtowne are Jill. She is the Community Relations Director, and Joewalla, who is the Activities Director. So you want to tell us a little bit about Midtowne? Give us an introduction.
Absolutely. Hi. So again, I'm Jill, and yes, Joewalla, and we are the dream team here at Midtowne Assisted Living. We're located in Midlothian. There are another community located in Midlothian as well, but we're called the Grandma. We're the first that Civitas had here in Midlothian, and we're proud to brag about that.
That's awesome. So Grandma, that's y'all's nickname?
Yes.
In a loving grandma.
In a loving way. Yeah, this community was established, I think, back in 2014.
Okay.
And then our sister community down the way, they came after. So, yeah, we are kind of considered the grandma.
So everybody
of the
comes
community.
to you for all the questions and all the help and all the advice on how to make it all work.
Yes. I mean, we're all very great at resourcing and having resources, for our community here in Midlothian. But, yeah, we were here first.
Awesome. How does Midtowne support residents in transitioning from the assisted living portion to the memory care portion if their needs change over time?
Well, as caregivers, the clinical team, the IDT team, all the directors, we are all very one-on-one because we are a smaller community compared to our competitors. Well, our sister communities, we are the smallest campus. So we do have the ability to have one-on-one interaction on a daily basis. So yes, it does come to a point where there can be some cognitive decline. And at that time, once it's identified, we do recognize it, we do document it. And from there, we start observing. But instead of just saying, hey, this person is now diagnosed with dementia or, whatever diagnosis that they may have, we try our best to let them have as much dignity and longevity in the assisted living side as long as possible. So that's where we have levels of care that we adjust. And then, once that time comes in, we have to call a thing a thing.
Right.
They're already familiar with the staff. They're already familiar with their some of the residents that are already back there because we do integrate our memory care and our assisted living for all our activities and things of that nature. So the transition isn't as hard as one will think. It is a gradual process. It does take a little while for them to get used to the new, sleeping situation. But overall, because we maintain that longevity with them on the AL side and they transition, we just try to make it as smooth of a transition as possible.
Okay. So it sounds like because you're so involved in such a tight-knit group that you see it coming early on and you kind of over time help with that transition process so that it's as seamless as possible.
Yes,
and having everything integrated, I love because it's not this huge, now I'm on this side versus on that side and you already know the people. So I love that. That's good.
Yeah, and the family, it is a constant communication with them. So it's a constant, if it's a monthly, bi-weekly, just letting them know, what daily changes, that their loved one is experiencing. So that way they're totally in the loop and totally on board and understand when it's time to make that transition.
Okay, awesome. What amenities and activities, see how I'm segueing in there? What amenities and activities are available to promote an active social lifestyle for the resident?
Well, that would be Joewalla.
I'll take that from you. As far as activities, we try to just integrate it to where all the residents can be a part of. Like, what do you like? Gardening? Do you like arts and crafts? Do you like going shopping, going to lunch bunch, going to, I want to go to different places this summer with them, do something different. So it's just more or less integrating what they like and what they enjoy to do and trying to get my attendance increased so that hopefully all of my residents can come and attend things that they would like to do here at Midtowne. So,
How do you find out what they like to do? So I'm hearing that it's not just like here's our 5 activities, pick one and you're going to like it. It's listening, but what does that look like in practice?
Just talking to each resident when they move in, speaking with them, kind of getting some ideas on what they like to do, what they like to do in their past. Just, integrating with that and just really having open communications with them.
Okay.
And I am going to roll out a survey. I haven't done that yet, but that is to get all of my residents to confidentially just tell me what they like to do, what they want to do, and then we try to put that all in my activity calendar.
Okay. Awesome. I love that. Being open to, because it's going to be different people at different times, right?
Absolutely.
And you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what you don't like until like the neighbor is a wood carver and like, hey, maybe I want to carve wood too. I never tried that. Awesome.
Something like that. They want to jump out of a plane. I'll jump out of a plane with them.
That was Joewalla was telling me. I'm not saying that for later in the interview, but yes, somebody's jumping out of a plane.
Love to jump out of the plane. So any of my residents, let's go.
Let's do it. I might check in for a day just to get the skydive. So with the activities and stuff that you have for the residents, a little birdie told me, I don't know what it is. So I'm excited to hear. What is the Golden Rewards Shop? Did I get that right? What is
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited to tell you about that.
Okay.
I came up with that concept about 3 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, and I wanted to see how can we normalize what they used to be able to do, what they wanted to do, or what they, not all of my residents will go to Walmart. Not all of my residents will do all that. So why not bring it here? Why not bring it to Midtown? So I started just reaching out to my community, Midlothian, and just kind of get my feelers out saying, hey, we need toilet paper, we need, different toiletries, shampoos, all of that. And within like 2 weeks, I had stuff flooding in. I mean, my office was so full of donations. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to turn this into my shop now. So because this is where I just wanted to test the water, see what I would get as far as donations. I got flooded. I got inundated.
Good problems to have, right?
Good problems to have. And so I said, okay, we're going to call it the Golden Reward Shop.
Okay.
And then I said, okay, well, I told the residents, now it's going to be based on your participation in events, activities, entertainment, all of that. So I came up with a spreadsheet that has what each item, like bingo, 5 points, arts and crafts, 6 points, winning this, winning that. This is how many points you're going to get. So at the 2 weeks, I will tally up all their points from the spreadsheet, give them their point status, and they come to the store, and each item, each table is listed with 90 points, 45 points, toilet paper, shampoo, all of the snacks, sodas,
Stuffed animals.
stuffed animals
grandkids.
for grandkids. I mean, just any of that. So Christmas, I'm going to have Christmas stuff for them to buy, Christmas presents to buy.
Okay.
So I rolled that out. And it's been very successful. My retention rate of getting the residents to these events, activities, has increased. Yes.
Awesome.
So then Midlothian Mirror got a hold of this story. They blasted it out, and so on and so forth. But just that normalcy. Hey, you come to work, you attend activities, you get points,
Get rewarded.
you get rewarded, and you go shopping with your rewards.
Absolutely.
So
I
that's
love
kind of
that.
where that concept came from.
I love that it's a spreadsheet, number one on the door. I'm a nerd, and I'm like, okay, spreadsheet and points.
Speaking
I
of
love
nerds, I'm an accounting nerd.
Okay.
15 years of accounting and HR is my background.
Okay. So you whip that spreadsheet out like that.
Like that.
Serious note. No, it's,
I'm a
it's
nerd
awesome.
too.
I love it. How do we, if we want to donate for the Golden Shop Rewards, how do we do that? Like, can anybody donate?
Absolutely.
What do you have a list of what you would need, or just?
I mean,
I'm thinking with
Get what
holidays
you get for
coming
your
up and stuff.
grandma. Get what you get for your
basic
grandpa.
needs.
Okay, and basic needs.
Basic needs. Toilet paper is the number one ticket.
That's a high commodity.
That is the biggest
Paper
one.
towns.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
You heard it here first.
Yes.
Golden Rewards, toilet paper.
Papers. But any donations we'll take.
Okay.
And it'll go straight to the shop, and that way our residents will be able to purchase the item.
Awesome. And they get to be involved. Because I know sometimes it can be hard, especially if you don't know a lot of people to go get active. But once you do, that community and that activity is huge, to go just for quality of life. It's if we're engaged with people, it makes it a better experience for everybody.
Absolutely.
But if you don't mind,
Absolutely.
I'd like to point out.
I got some questions for you too.
I know you do, but I have to. I'd be amiss if I don't give a shout out to Joewalla. She has been quite an addition, a wonderful addition to our team. We just had a wedding vow renewal. 71 years married.
Awesome.
It was featured on every news media.
WFAA, CBS, Fox
Did y'all
4,
get in the newspaper?
99.5
Yeah.
this morning.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Made a shout out to the Loves and Midtown.
Nice.
Midlothian Mirror, Waxahachie Mirror, and all. Yeah.
And all
Okay.
that. So when I say that we are definitely making an impression on the community, reintroducing Midtown to the
Right.
community. We're taking it very seriously. And like I said, I just want to thank Joewalla for all that she has done for the community as well.
Absolutely. Thank you for doing that. And thank you for doing what you do. That's
Oh,
awesome.
thank you. Thank
We
you.
need to, as much as we can, because I want the seniors to know like how awesome these communities are and how much of a opportunity and option that it is, and just how freeing and the stuff you can do in the news coming. I'm sure that was a field day.
Oh,
when
it
the
was
news came out
standing
and
room.
everybody was here to
only,
watch it.
Standing
So-
room only for that event.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yep.
Good job. You teach me
Thank
how to do that.
you. Yes.
What's included in the monthly cost for assisted living, and what additional services are available, maybe even at an extra charge?
Okay. So, we have to understand that when we do a cost comparison to life,
Mhm.
a lot of people think that they can't afford it.
Right.
Okay, when you sit back realistically and think about your mortgage, lights, Wi-Fi, all the amenities that you already have at home. If you take all of that and ball it together, you get a rounded amount. Well, we're pretty comparable to that amount.
Right.
So you're really not missing out on any of your money. It's nothing to be afraid of. Just sit down and literally do a price comparison. Look
Right.
at all the things that, like I said, you use or utilize throughout the month, the expenditures, and then just look at how much it is. Come by, do a tour, visit. You'll get a pricing sheet. It won't be, sticker shock that you didn't
Right.
expect it. You'll have that pricing sheet, and then you can literally see, well, apples to oranges, what's going on. And I mean, who can be upset with getting restaurant style fine dining? Who could be upset with getting room service?
Ooh, me in.
Who'll be upset about laundry service? Well, the pets, it's a one-time fee, not every month. And we will help you to find like a little dog walk or anything if you need that. Once again, full of resources that we could pass on to the residents and the families to take as much off of them as possible. But at the end of the day, once you maintain your health and strength and participate in everything, do your therapy, stay engaged, you're fine. But as time progresses, we have what's called levels of care. Some places may have 5 levels of care. It all depends on the property that you go to visit. We just have 3 levels of care, and that could vary under 1,000 to almost 2,000, depending on what you need. We also have wonderful partners, networking partners, that could kind of help you level out a little bit. Our job is to retain your loved one's residence here.
Right.
We will work with you. We will work and advocate for you to maintain as long as we can, so that your resources will last as long as your loved one. We also have a lot of little secret things going on here at Midtown. Little secret people that take care and help people with their resources that others don't know about. So like I said, Midtown, we're a little gem. We're a little gem, and we'll always find a way, when it comes to our residents.
Okay, I appreciate that. And I know this is a tough question, but I always like to ask it so I can articulate for people, like you were saying earlier, what it's costing you for mortgage or rent, plus utilities, plus maintenance, plus transport, plus all the stuff. When you really add it all up together, it's very comparable to one of the communities like Midtown here. Like you were saying, the food. So you have meals included with some of the plans, and it's good food. I've had it like at some of the communities. Like there's a chef back there making the
Jose
food.
does a really good job. Jose does a very good job.
And you have those amenities and the laundry and all the things. So when you really, that's a major point that I want to make sure people understand, that it's very comparable to independent living at your house, aging in place. But then you have the activities, you have the community side of it, you have the engagement side, you have the health and awareness side, you have all of these other things that you don't have at home.
Exactly.
That really you get freedom. You know, people think they're going to lose freedom by coming to a community like this, and really you wind up gaining a lot of
gain
freedom.
so much more.
I always like to touch on that.
Absolutely.
So.
And you know, the great thing about our community is the camaraderie. Our memory care and our AL, they are the most phenomenal group. I've watched people who have transitioned into memory care and their friends go knock on that door and go visit them.
Yep.
That is so sweet.
That is a moment that
the family never stops.
Yeah.
the family never stops.
And that's part of that community that you don't know until you come visit a community and you talk to people about, oh, you know, it's not like you're on an island by yourself. You've built these relationships.
Yep, I got goosebumps thinking about that one.
I just got one too.
I love it. So that leads into my next question. What makes Midtowne different than some of the other Civitas communities even? I think this is our third Civitas. So what is y'all's mark? What makes you unique?
We are a family of families. That's what we are here in Midtown.
Families, yes.
And I can't even take credit for that one. That was one of our residents, one of our resident council resident ambassador residents, and she coined that phrase. So now that's going to be on every T-shirt on the back of it that we wear moving forward to represent us here at Midtown. Our family participation is phenomenal. Not taken away from any other community.
Each community has its own vibe,
thing.
its own culture.
And I love how you said the word vibe, because that's what we are. We are a vibe.
They're the fun bunch, guys. Like I said, I've talked to a couple of them. When I come over here, I got to get ready.
You got to get ready
and be excited and engaged.
Really
just throwing that out
right
there.
now because that's one.
We are so much fun. We want the residents to always feel super engaged. And I always say, from Monday to Friday, by Friday, we're tapped out. We're exhausted because we've had so much fun, engagement.
Family nights.
I mean,
so, let me tell you about my family nights.
This is so different.
So
it's okay. We love different.
Family nights, I love a theme. A theme. And I love dressing them all up.
Okay.
All the department heads get dressed up, whatever I want them to dress up as. They were eggs, my Easter eggs for Easter.
Okay.
I had an Easter bunny thing that I wrote on. I had 2 Easter bunnies, and they were all even Miss Charity was an Easter egg. Cute little Easter egg, but
I like how you strategically played that. They're the eggs. You got to be the bunny.
I got to be the bunny. They
They
get to be whatever costume I want them. So anyways, family nights.
Right.
Easter, we had 45 family members attending.
45.
That's
awesome.
the highest in Midtown ever for Easter. For Easter.
45.
Yes,
That's
45.
awesome. That's a really good turnout. I know hard to put that into context for some of the viewers, but that is a big
huge.
turnout. Yeah.
It's huge. I think last month or last week we had 25 or 28 family members. It was disco night, so we were all dressed in disco fever. So yeah, family nights are like, I love my family nights. And
I'm gonna have to crash a family night.
you should come to next month's jazz night.
Ooh, cameraman loves jazz. You see her
Come
face? She loves the jazz.
Do jazz night with us. We're gonna have a nice dinner, dress up black and gold. We're gonna dim the lights, have candles. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice this is gonna be a different family night. It's gonna be a little subtle. So I just like to do some different things for my families and for my residents. So make it fun.
Absolutely. I'm down.
Nice.
I'm in.
But
I'm in.
in your last question about, what it is about our passion and passionate care, that is our culture.
Okay.
And that is what we call our point of difference. I could easily say that 90% plus of our residents get a hug every day. Every single day.
Nice.
They get a hug. There's a conversation every day. There are moments every day that we have with our residents. Even when we tour, our residents are so comfortable.
Does that?
And they brag about the community.
Right.
I don't even have to do the tour. My residents do it for me.
Just go talk to the residents.
I don't even do it. They come up and they introduce themselves. That's comfortability. That's saying welcome home.
Right.
And that's the energy that I think we have here at Midtown. It's like really feeling a big, hearty, home style welcome home.
Love that. I love it. And it plays into the whole, we're the grandma of the bunch, we're the OG of the communities.
I like that one, the OG. I like that
I
one.
love that.
So Just take it. Steal it.
I'll
Run
take
with
it.
Run with it.
Yeah.
So, okay. So if any of the viewers or anybody wants to reach out to come learn more or to take a tour in person, how do they do that?
Well, of course, when you go search online, you'll see information about Midtowne. You could call me, Jill Alexander. I'm the CRD, the Community Relations Director. You could contact me at 469-615-0720. I do answer my phone all the time. So yeah,
She does, guys.
I do. And either which way, when anyone comes by, my whole team, we're equipped to tour, show you around. Joewalla, of course, she's always available as well.
Okay.
And she's the best wingman ever. And yeah, just come on down. You could walk in, pop in, because you don't have to get ready when you stay ready. Like I ask all family members when they go touring. And I always hope that we're not the last one that they come visit, because I look at them and I say, what's the most important question? The most important question that you should ask any marketer, admissions coordinator, the most important question that you ask.
What's the most important question?
The most important question is, would you put your relative in your community?
Yes, I would, because my
That's a good
mother-in-law's
one. I'm
here.
gonna start using that one. Your mother-in-law's
She's been here since July 2023, and I
Really?
volunteered, and then they hired me in January of this year.
Nice.
So,
So it is a family of
It is
a
families.
family of
who
family. That's
Recreate
right.
families.
That's
I love
right.
that.
And I love it. She loves it, and
Nice.
we're very happy. This was the only location we visited. I mean, we
Okay.
came here. My husband's like, "This is it.
This is the one.
The small community. This is what he wanted for her." So that's what we did. We moved her in, and then I volunteered, and then I
You
started
loved it
working
so
in
much
July.
you volunteered,
Yeah.
and then you volunteered so much they said, "Well, let's just put you on
Yeah,
payroll."
let's
Come
put
on
you on the
board.
payroll. Let's go. And
Awesome.
kept
Thank you
having
guys
me.
for watching. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, follow. And if you found value in this, I know I did, and I do it. I talk to communities all day, every day, seniors, whether it's relocating or selling, and I always learn something. That's why I do these videos. So if you found value, please share it with somebody else so that they can find value too, and we can continue to educate people.